friends, it's Sarah from She's Crafty and She Knows It, and today we're going to make personalized keychains with charms. So if you saw the video I did a couple years ago called DIY personalized keychains, this is going to be pretty similar, but to add the charm at the bottom of the keychain, we'll need to do the cording a little bit different. So somebody actually commented on that video pretty recently asking how they could add a charm to that specific keychain, which I thought was a great question and something that a lot of you might be interested in. So I wanted to answer the question with a tutorial. That way you could kind of see how I'm going to do it. So if you've made keychains before using that last tutorial, this is actually the same set of beads that I used in the same cording. So you'll be using some of the same supplies, but like always, I will link all the supplies I'm using in the description below this video. So if you're looking for specific links to the exact supplies I'm using, make sure you check out the description below this video. Now, since I made that last tutorial on the keychain, I found some different kind of really fun little clasp for the key ring. So this is like a little lobster kind of claw that you can use for the key ring. I also have, let me show you, these cute little hearts that they open like this. So super cute little hearts. I have this one. It opens, the bottom just kind of pushes up. So there's just some really cute different kind of clasps now. So I will try to link all the different clasps that I found with those other links in the description below this video. But there's so many cute little options. And so I have all my beads already laid out the way that I'm going to do it for the keychain. Now, in that last personalized keychain tutorial, I used plastic alphabet beads. Let me grab some. These are like really large alphabet beads. These were from Michael's at the time, and I have not been able to find them again. They stopped selling them, so it's not like they're sold out. They actually were discontinued, which is really unfortunate. I've tried to find some on Amazon, and I always have some linked, but if you can't find plastic ones, these are silicone ones. They're the same ones that I used in the DIY pacifier clip tutorial, and they work really well too. So I'm going to be using the silicone ones today. And so I have everything laid out. And then for the charm at the bottom, I kind of have a lot of different options. So I've been buying a lot of craft supplies on Amazon, but also Temu has a lot of really cute stuff. And so this is from Temu, which I think looks really cute down there for a charm at the end. I found this little heart at Michael's, and so I can link both of these as well. That way you have different options. But there's a lot of cute charms on Temu, and I kind of think this one matches a little bit better, so I think I'm going to do this one. But I wanted you to see the heart. This heart actually comes, let me find it, in a 4-pack like this. There's also smiley faces. These are just options that I bought. So I think these are really cute too from Michael's. I'll link both of those. But as far as like the online, some of these might be AliExpress. I need to check, but there's all kinds. Like for my girls, I got all different kinds of cutesy, like penguins, and there's even donuts. There's so many different options, you guys. So I'll just link a bunch of different stuff. That way you kind of have options. But we're going to go ahead and get started with this specific colors and design right here. So if you did watch the DIY personalized keychain tutorial, this part is the part that's different with the cording. So make sure you pay attention. What we're going to do is kind of lay out the cording about the length of all the beading, and I'm still going to go ahead and double it. I want to make sure I have plenty. So this is about double the length of the beading, and we're going to cut it. So I can't give you a specific length because it's going to depend how long your word is and what other beads you're putting on there. Maybe you want more beads than I have. Okay, and so now that we have double the length like this, it's a little bit longer, which is perfect. We have extra. We're going to go ahead and lay the cording out straight. I'm going to kind of make some space. Move this away. And what we're going to do is kind of fold it like this. So I know that's super weird. So you have the cording laid out. You're going to kind of fold one end towards the center and another end towards the center. Like this. So we're not doing this, just to clarify. We're not doing, this is what we did in the last tutorial. We're not folding it in half. You're laying it out and you're kind of folding each end towards the center. So let me do it like this. So it almost makes like 2 loops is what we're going for. So once we have it like this, you can let go of one end and just have the loop on this end. So hopefully that makes sense. So this loop goes about halfway down and this one goes halfway like this. But we don't need this one yet. So what we're going to do is just grab this loop right here. I feel like this is one of those things where this is like clear as mud. So I hope that makes sense, y'all. So both ends kind of fold towards the middle. We're going to let this one go for now. We're just going to be using this one end right here. It does not have to be precise measurements. You just need enough that you can do the same little luggage tag pull that we did last time. So when I say luggage tag pull, we have our loop on our little key ring. We have this loop right here. You're going to simply put the loop through there like this, Open it up a little bit. So that's why you need enough that you can kind of do this. And then we're going to stick these two ends through and pull them. It's the same way if you've ever put a luggage tag on a suitcase. It's the same way. It makes this kind of little knot like this that attaches. Just like that. I'm going to undo it and do it one more time just to show in case I lost anybody. Okay, we have our little loop at the end. I'm going to put the loop through like this. You're going to kind of get your fingers in there, open it up, and then you're going to grab what's on the other side and pull it through. Pull it all the way through the loop. And it makes this nice little kind of knot like this. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to leave this extra so that it's extra strong. So I'm not going to cut that off. We're just going to go ahead and bead everything on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my colored beads. Now what we're going to do is make sure that this little loose piece goes in here. It's going to help everything stay strong by not cutting it short. We're going to have it buried down inside the beads. Pull it tight to make sure that little, you don't want it getting smushed. You don't want it being extra like this and loopy. You want to pull it tight. Okay, so now that I have the cording, this second little piece through all these colored beads, I'm going to cut it off short. These silicone beads are a little bit hard to get two cords through, so we're going to cut it short right there, just like that. And now I'm going to bead the alphabet beads on. If the cording gets frayed and it's hard to put through the alphabet beads, you can always just cut it again and kind of make a fresh little cut on it. That'll help it kind of get through. Okay, now we're going to do our next little colored beads. Oops. Okay, so now we have everything beaded on one long piece. The second little cording up here is tucked into these 4 colored beads. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and slide this little charm through. So it already has a little silver loop on it. So I'm just going to put the cording through the silver loop. This one's a bit of a tight squeeze. Just like that. You know, all we're going to do is tie, we're going to try and pull the beads as taut as we can and tie a knot with this charm as close to we can as this teal bead. So we want to tie a knot, try and get close to the camera. We want to tie a knot right here by the teal bead. So this is going to take a little bit of finagling to kind of get the knot to be as close as we can. So like I said, you don't want to tie it while these beads are all loose like this, because then your charm's going to be down here and this is going to look real messy. See, it made this little thing come out. So you want everything real taut. So tuck that string away, get everything real tight, and kind of hold it like this. Now that everything's taut, we're going to tie a knot as close as we can to that last teal bead, which takes a little bit of finagling because you really want to get that knot real tight right up on that bead. Okay, just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this string the length of these extra color beads. So go ahead and cut it right here like this. And we're going to ooch this string, the cording, back into the color beads all the way down. We want it to go all the way inside. So ooch it, ooch it, ooch it. So now I got it all the way to the yellow one. We're going to try and tuck it all the way inside the yellow one. There it is. Just like that. And so what I'm going to do, just for an extra little bit of stability, is put some super glue right there. And I'm going to put some super glue right inside the yellow bead to hold that cording tight inside those color beads. So let me grab my super glue. Okay, so I have my little super glue. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it and put a tiny little dot down here at the end. This is kind of the gel kind of super glue, so it doesn't run a whole lot. Like that. And then I'm going to go down here to the yellow bead, and I'm going to kind of put some in there and kind of fill this hole, and that way the little end that we cut short is going to get glued to the long piece, and it's going to be real sturdy in there. Just like that. Now, once you do the super glue, you don't want to leave it on your table. You don't want to get stuck to your table or anything, so go ahead and set it on a paper plate or something. Now, if you have regular runny super glue, of course you can use it. What I like about the no run gel super glue is that it gives you a little bit more control. So it's not going to go everywhere. It's not going to stick a bunch of stuff. Sometimes when you do super glue and you squeeze it out, it like just goes everywhere. So you don't want it getting all over the beads. It'll make the beads look funny. So the gel kind of lets you put some down there and gives it a little bit more control so that everything kind of stays where it's supposed to. So that's really it, you guys. So it is very similar, like I said, to the other DIY personalized keychain. We're just doing the cording a little bit different. Instead of the whole cording being doubled over like before, we're just kind of doing one piece of cording that's looped over a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom to allow us to attach to the key ring and to allow us to add the little cute charm at the end. Of course, you could go up here if you wanted to and kind of pull this apart and glue these two pieces of cording together up here too. That way this little piece, the little extra short piece, doesn't pop out. It's up to you. But that's really all there is to it. I will link all the supplies I used in the description below this video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more videos. Bye!
She's crafty and she knows it. She's crafty and she knows it. She's crafty and she knows. She's crafty and she knows.